Okay, so the other day I just posted a video on how I almost got into a fight and how it was kind of avoided, but at the same time it was already avoided for me, so nothing really happened. But yeah, guys, at this point it is, hang on, let me check my phone real quick. It is 7:40 a.m. Last time I made that video it was like 9, it was like 9:30ish. But I'm up early. I still feel a little tired, but I'm gonna make this video for you guys. So this is kind of a treat a little bit. Well, sort of. So, so today's story, I'm gonna be telling a middle school story, which I never told a middle school story, like ever. I think I only have like a few middle school stories that I personally have, but like mostly it just like I just don't really like to talk about middle school that much since like the rest of my middle school career was just dog shit. So like how it was dog shit was like where like I went from being a nobody to someone who was respectable, and then yeah like that's what people wanted to do, was just respect me for some reason, which at the time I didn't care. I mean, I kind of cared for a little bit at times, but mostly I just didn't care. But yeah, like honestly I cannot like remember like a single time I had a fun time in middle school. Like I just can't remember last time I had I just can't remember last time I had fun time. But anyway, enough of that. Let's get into the story. So today's story time happened to a normal day in seventh grade. I woke up feeling kind of tired as usual, but since I'm motivated to go to school because there was this girl I liked who I don't talk to anymore. She's long gone from she's long gone from from the state that I'm in. So, but my dumbass was my dumbass was all like, the reason why I'm going to school is because of her. Which, if you're a seventh grade watching my videos, just don't think that. Like, uh, there's some other reasons why you could go to school. Like, you can go to school for your friends, possibly a girlfriend, or possibly a teacher that you're friends with. Like any of that. But anyway, yeah, this girl was the reason why I was going to school. And sure enough, if y'all are asking me, did she like me back? Absolutely not. She was kind of out of my league at the time. Well, well, I think I said it wrong. I think what I meant to say was that I was way out of her league mainly, because back then I was kind of ugly a little bit. Like, I, I hope the girl I'm talking to right now doesn't watch this video because she says I'm good looking all the time. But But yeah, back then I was ugly as shit. Like, I never found myself attractive, like, going to school. I always thought I was some ugly piece of shit that just went to the school and just didn't want to talk to anyone besides my friends. Don't get me wrong, I still had friends, I just didn't, like, make, like, friends, like, randomly out of nowhere. I think during senior year, that's when I started being like that, like, where I started making friends out of nowhere. And after that's how, during, like, senior year, that's how I got a lot of friends by the end of the semester. And then, but anyway, yeah. I was in science class in seventh grade. I think I was in chemistry. Wait, I think it was chemistry, but I don't know for sure. It was some kind of like science class. But yeah, there was this kid in my class. For the sake of the story, it's for the sake of his privacy. Let's call him Peter. Now, Peter, like at the time, was kind of a dickhead because like in sixth grade we were friends, and then all of a sudden in seventh grade he just didn't want to be my friend anymore. All of a sudden. and and then you'll see why. This was during the time where I was kind of popular at school because I was friends with I was friends with like everyone mainly. So and I was like known as like the nicest guy ever, which which is true by the way. like if you're a fan of me and you want to come see me in real life, come see me in real life. I would either give you a hug or a handshake, either one. Either one's perfect with me. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked a little bit. But yeah, he was kind of a dickhead because at the time I had a girlfriend in sixth grade. Yeah, yeah, like a pretty soon I'll talk about my relationship soon if y'all want. But anyway, yeah, I had a girlfriend back in sixth grade who was cute, in my opinion. Like, I liked I liked her and she liked me. To be honest, I didn't think she was gonna like me because of how I looked and all that. Because back then I had a buzz cut, which I didn't like. I didn't like a buzz cut. I looked awful in it. My grandma would cut my hair short all the time because back then my grandma used to cut my hair, which there's nothing wrong with it. If your grandma cuts your hair, you're the legend. But anyway, yeah, like she cut my hair really short and I looked not so good. And I looked like Humpty Dumpty. I kind of looked like Humpty Dumpty a little bit, like walking around in school just with a bald head. But anyway, like I can't stop thinking about the Humpty Dumpty thing. That's funny. So yeah, yeah, I didn't look that good when I was in seventh grade. I kind of had long hair. I didn't start growing my hair out until I think I was in eighth grade, I think. But anyway, enough of my hair. But where was I? Oh yeah. So yeah, I didn't look that good, and then yeah, like Peter was getting all angry at me like for no reason. Like like honestly, I was just doing my work, and one day he started talking shit about me. I thought he was joking at first, cause back then we used to joke around. But when I was little, I kind of got butthurt if someone made fun of me. If someone makes fun of me right now, I don't really care, cause I find it funny now, since I'm an adult. So yeah, he was talking shit about me. I'm still fucking tired. Yeah, like he would talk shit about me, and then after that he would just like kind of just say shit that wasn't true mainly. And then one day I was in class, and then after he was making fun of me, so I made fun of him back. And if y'all know what I'm talking about, y'all know what I'm talking about. Like where every time I say something mean or say something kind of insulting, like where he'll say, "I know what you are, but what am I?" You know, that kind of shit. That kind of immature shit that people use just to rage bait you kind of thing. Yeah, he did that. Kind of pissed me off a little bit, but I tried not to let it get to me. So I would try to say like a few things that are nice. He was like, "Oh, thank you," and then I'd be like, "Psych," you know, being that immature kid that I was. And then after that, I, I'll say by the end, I kind of won the argument because he just stopped after I said "psych" like how many times, and then after he just stopped, I was like, I won the argument there. And then there was another time too, like where he was talking shit about my family. He said that my family was all white because like I was like up in front of the class saying that I had family like that was like black and Mexican, which is true by the way. I have family that are black and Mexican, which that doesn't automatically mean I'm one of those. I'm still white. I'm a basic white guy, but but I have that inheritage in my family as well. But like I have that inheritage, but that doesn't mean I'm like black or Mexican. But anyway, but yeah, I went up in front of the class and was like giving out like my like family like I want to say family information, but I'll say family tree, let's say, because like I had pictures of my grandfather, both my grandfathers that were black and Mexican, and then after that he literally spoke up and said like, are your family white or are you just are your family white or like like that's exactly what he I can't talk today. That's exactly what he said. He literally asked, are my family white or am I just making this up?" And I said, "No, that's my actual family." And then after he started being a huge dick about it, saying that I'm white and that I'm a white trash, which at the time I didn't know what that meant, but my teacher got really angry at that. So, so then after that, I called him mental after that because I didn't know what to say. I called him mental, and then after that, then yeah, he got angry at the fact I called him mental. But this isn't where the story. Like, we're just getting started over here. So, so one day it was snowing out. It was during like I forgot what time it was. I think it was during like about to be winter break or something. Or wait, I remember it was during the weekend. Never mind. It was during like about to be a weekend. It was about to be it was Friday, but it was about to be Saturday. We would play outside in the snow. I had my jacket on because it was fucking cold outside. And and after that, Peter was wearing just a t-shirt and jeans, which was weird. But anyway, like like I thought he jokingly started throwing snowballs at me because I was walking around thinking for a little bit. Then all of a sudden he just throw a snowball at me, and I thought he was joking, so I laughed it off. And after that, he just threw it at me again. This time he said, "I'm not joking." And then after he threw it at me again, and then I started to get pissed. I threw him back at him. He started getting angry. I grabbed a snowball and I grabbed the snowball, and then after that, and after I walked up to him, he kind of backed up a little bit, and I grabbed his shirt. I grabbed his shirt, and I shoved the snow in the shirt, causing him to get cold. And then after that, he said, "Dude, why would you do that?" I said, "'Cause you deserve it, 'cause you're a dumbass." And what he did was like I kind of ran away from him because he was about to grab me, and then that sounded kind of wrong, but yeah, he like he was about to grab me like he was about to hit me or something. So I kind of ran like a little bitch I was. I ran, and then after that he like tackled me to the ground in the snow, and he held me down and said, "Don't do that shit again. You hear me?" I said, and I said, "Get off me, dude." And then after that, I tried like possible ways for him to get off me, but he wouldn't get off me. So I said, "Okay, fine, I won't do it anymore." And after he got off me, I got up and I punched him in the face, square in the face. We started fighting for a little bit, and people saw this. And then after they didn't know what to do because it was just like a two. It was like back in seventh grade. It was literally like two people fighting, and they didn't know what to do. So yeah, we started fighting for a little bit. I was gonna win the fight. Enough with this damn yawning. I was about to win the fight, and then all of a sudden he picked me up and threw me to the ground. And keep in mind, I landed face first onto the ground, and it hurt like a bitch. Like I couldn't move. Like my whole eyes blacked out. Like I felt my eyes open, but I blacked out for a second. And then and then yeah, like when I was I was on the ground just thinking like, am I dead? Because I landed face first, and my nose started bleeding badly. And then after that, he ran away. Like he was scared. He didn't do anything else after that. He just ran away. He said, "Don't talk about my friends like that again." Even though I didn't even talk about his friends. He always said, "Don't talk about my friends like that again." And after he realized what he did and ran away. So yeah, I was really on the ground, just didn't know what to do. His two other friends were there because they had no part of that. Which at the same time, they were kind of my friends as well, because they already knew the beef what me and Peter had. So yeah, like I was on the ground, my nose was bleeding badly, and everyone was scattered around me, even though I didn't see it. I was sitting there kind of crying silently because that shit hurt. I was really on the ground, just didn't know what the fuck to do. And then after that, a random parent came in, and she helped me up because I couldn't get up, so she helped me up. She and I got up, my nose was bleeding, like I was dying. And after she grabbed her coat and helped me to the office. And I went to the nurse's office, and the principal came out and he asked me what happened. I told him what happened, And let me tell you, they did fucking nothing. Like, I literally, okay, let me tell you. So basically, I got my nose, I thought my nose was broken, but it was bruised up pretty badly, so, I say, they basically said I sprained my nose, to say the least, which is stupid. And I had to go to the hospital after that, which I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. He asked me what happened. I told him what happened. And clearly he snitched on me first by saying I called him mental. And I'm like, you don't understand. Like, he was being racist. He was talking shit about my family. He did all that other stuff. And he kind of stopped talking a little bit and then just he said, well, I also came here to ask you what's your locker combination. And I told him my locker combination. And then after that, I got out of there. My mom picked me up. I thought my dad was coming to get me because I'd say something. Because back then I was afraid of my dad because of what my dad was gonna say. So my mom came and got me. My mom saw that I had like a nose like thing to where it stopped bleeding. And then after that, I had to go to the hospital because yeah, my nose was bleeding pretty badly. And then after that, and then after that, and then after that, they had to go. After they made me like sniff something up my nose to where it will stop bleeding. It was like some kind of medicine or something that they used. And yeah, my dad's sister went to the hospital. My dad asked me what happened. I told him what happened. He was kind of mad at me, but at the same time he wasn't. He was kind of proud that I was defending myself, but at the same time like he was kind of proud I was defending myself, but at the same time he was pissed because he had to pay for the hospital bill. So that's kind of what led to my grounding was basically me like going to the hospital and he had to spend money, which I didn't ask to go to the hospital by the way. So that really wasn't my fault that I went to the hospital. And yeah, and I got grounded for a week after that. And then like it was during that same time like where me and my family went to the movies. My dad just ungrounded me for that day. At the same time I didn't even want to play my game because I was just too like I feel like I deserved it kind of that I got grounded. So yeah, I got grounded for a week. I want to go see a movie with my family, and I played Rock Band for a little bit because that's what me and my family play. We play Rock Band, and after that, I went upstairs and watched movies because I felt guilty for just even playing a game. And yeah, and throughout that day, looked at myself in the mirror, and I had a black eye. My nose was fucked up, and my lip was busted too. So I'm like, yeah, I'm fucked. And then after that, yeah, I took my week grounding like a champ. I came back to school that same Monday, and then my principal stopped me. He looked at me, asked if I was all right, and I said, "Yeah, I'm all good." And then after that, he was nice to me. After that, he said, if he does that again, let me know, and I'll stop him." I said, "Thank you so much." He said, "Anytime. Have a good day at class." And then after that, these guys I didn't even know. They were kind of my friends, but at the same time, like they were kind of acquaintances, I would say. They asked me, he said, "Yo, Kai." I'm like, "What's up, dude?" And then after that, they said, "So we saw what happened. Do you want us to jump him?" And I'm like, "Do what you want. I'm not a part of this." And I slammed my locker and I just walked away after that. And sure enough, they were about to jump him, and he ran away. So and then after that, I got called to the vice principal's office. After that, they said, and then after that, like my vice principal came and said, "Yeah, sorry to interrupt. Can I see Kai for a second?" And I got up, and I just walked away. I mean, I didn't walk away. I walked with him to his office, and it was him and Peter were there. And Peter was sitting there looking all scared and shit. And I said, "What's going on?" And never my vice principal was like, "Kai, do you know why you're here?" And I said, "No, I don't know why I'm here." So he said, "So Peter here said that you told a bunch of guys to jump him." And I said, "I didn't say they could jump him. I said do what you want, but I'm not a part of this." And I just slammed my locker and walked away. And then after he said, "Yeah, we checked the cameras, but we didn't know what you said." So like you said that, and I said, and I was honest with him. I said, "Yeah, just." I was like, "Yeah, just." Yeah, I literally told him. I said, just do what you want. Just don't make me a part of this." And I walked away. and after that, I was told something that I wasn't even aware of. Basically, they told me after that like after that whole like incident happened, he was trying to walk to his bus, and some kid grabbed his backpack, and his backpack ripped because because what that guy tried to do was like grabbed his backpack and try to punch him in the face, but instead what happened after that was like his backpack ripped, his stuff fell, and then after he ran away. He tried to chase him, but he ran to his bus on time, so he didn't get a chance to. So technically, I kind of took the L at this point. I'm like, you know what? I don't give a shit anymore. So what happened was like, I'm like, yeah, like I said that, but I didn't want that to happen. I literally said, just do what you want, just don't make me a part of this. And then yeah, and then after that, then he said, you know, we could have suspended you guys, but since it was on the weekend, we didn't suspend you guys. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you guys one. I'm gonna give you guys one lunch detention with me for a week. And then I said, okay. And yeah, and then yeah, and then like in that same day, we went to the hall monitor's office, and then after that, we literally had lunch there. And then yeah, that was basically my punishment was a lunch detention. And then after he apologized after that, I didn't want to accept it, but at the same time, I'm like, you know what, I just don't want to have beef at school. So I said, you know what, it's fine, I forgive you. And and then like I know like a lot of you guys are gonna say like I know like, a lot of you guys are gonna say you're like nah fuck him, you should have just like hit him in the face right in front of the hall monitor. No, I didn't want to do that. I already had enough drama going on at school to where I'm like, you know what, I'm done. And yeah, after that day, I was known as a popular kid after that. Like I was famous of the year after that, what people would say. To be honest, I didn't even do anything besides lose a fight, and for some reason I got popular from that, which was fucking stupid if you ask me, because like I was literally just like trying to like just go about my school day. Then all of a sudden, people just thought I was cool after that. So yeah, I told my parents about it. They got pissed. I was still grounded, by the way. I was still grounded, by the way. And then yeah, I was grounded for a week. I couldn't play my video games. I could watch TV and movies, but I couldn't play my video games, which at the time I was big on Fortnite, so like I was one of those Fortnite kids who would just stay on Fortnite constantly until like 9 at night. So, yeah. Because at the time playing Fortnite was cool. Now it's not cool anymore. But But yeah, and this is the part that was kind of stupid, but at the same time, like I don't even know how like it was possible though too. So basically, like after my grounding was done, I played Fortnite earlier that same morning because like I was ungrounded, so I was able to play my game. And then after that, I went to school. I was fine. My friends asked if I wanted to play Fortnite, so I'm like, yeah, I'm down. Let's play. And when I got home, my dad was pissed at me because he looked at the mail and saw the hospital fee. And guess what happened? I was grounded again, and I was pissed because I'm like, you literally grounded me, now you literally grounded me, and now I'm grounded again for what? And after that, it was mostly the hospital bill. It was expensive. At the time, I could have said, you guys didn't have to take me to a hospital, but you guys took me to a hospital anyways. Because at the same time, I was kind of rebellious at the time too. I was rebellious at the time, like where like I just argued with my parents every time. So yeah, so I got grounded again from Fortnite, only Fortnite. I was allowed to play other games, but not Fortnite. So that day I was playing Left 4 Dead on my Xbox 360, and I still had fun because I'm like, well, I didn't get to play Fortnite, but I still got to play my favorite game. That was Left 4 Dead. I love playing that game, by the way. If y'all love playing that game, you're a legend, because that game saved my life how many times? But anyway, yeah. I got grounded for another 2 weeks from Fortnite. Literally, my parents grounded me from 2 weeks from Fortnite, which was stupid if you ask me. Like at the time, it was stupid, but if you ask me right now, I'm like, shit, ground me from Fortnite. Just ban my account. I don't give a shit. Well, actually, if they ban my Dead by Daylight account, I would be hurt for life because I love playing Dead by Daylight. Dead by Daylight is basically my new Fortnite mainly. Like I love playing that. Ah, oh, shit, my DualShock 4 is dying. But the video's almost done anyways. And then yeah, that's basically it. Like I got grounded for 3 weeks basically over a fight, and I also got grounded from the hospital bills too. If y'all asked me how much the hospital bills was, I don't know. I asked, but they told me and I forgot because I got pushed that memory in the back of my head. So yeah, I was grounded for 2 weeks from Fortnite. I had to tell my friends that, and they were pissed. So yeah, and I got back on the game after that. And I didn't get grounded anymore after that. I mean, I did, but it was for like 2 to 3 weeks. But I say like a I mean, like I did get grounded when I was in high school, but it was mostly like swearing, mostly. Like I would say the F word, like not the word. I just say like I don't even want to say this word because it offends a lot of people, and I don't want this video getting deleted or demonetized. So yeah, if you're older and you know what the F word means, it's not fucking. Like I say that word quite a bit, but it's not that word. But it's the other F word, the F word I can't say. But anyway, yeah, like like I got grounded from that. Actually, in high school, I got grounded from running away. So yeah, like that's one of the reasons why I got grounded. But anywho, moral of the story is don't fight. Fighting's not the answer unless if it's self-defense. Then yeah, I would say do whatever you can. And first of all, don't go slamming someone down and bust their nose. Like that's like not cool. Cause yeah, like I could have gotten hurt. I could have died that day. Well, I mean, I was being dramatic, but at the same time, I could have, cause my nose was bleeding like a whole lot. It literally looked like a blood pool, like around me. Like I literally looked like Resident Evil Revelations kind. But anyway, yeah, that's the moral of the story. Don't fight, and And if you're a young kid, stay in school. Just focus on school. And when you get home, just play your games. Just don't be like me where I took video games first. I mean, I kind of did took video games first, and look where it led me. I have a job now, and I have time to play video games, and I'm making YouTube videos for you guys too. But the only thing my parents are on my ass about is getting my license. So yeah, I'm 19 years old and haven't got my license yet. Funny. But I'm getting my license soon, by the way. I could be able to drive myself around. But anyway, yeah, that's just the moral of the story. Don't fight. Fighting's not the answer. Fighting's never the answer. If you're a seventh grader who's experiencing bullying, like any kind of bullying, like racism or any kind of like bullying, just talk to a teacher and talk to a principal. And if they're not willing to listen or help you out, just tell your parents. If your parents can help you, then they can help you. But anywho, yeah, that's that's pretty much the end of the story. Hope you guys liked it. Hope you guys liked it. Please give it a like and subscribe if y'all enjoy it. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.